Good morning, children. Today we will recap History Chapter 9 Traders, Kings, and Pilgrims from our NCRT book, Our Past, Part 1. Children, in this chapter, we have learned about traders, kings, and pilgrims, trade and traders, new kingdoms along the coast, story of Silk Route, spread of Buddhism and beginning of Bhakti. Trade and traders. Traders used to carry fine pots from the places they were made, sold them at other places. Many goods were carried to Rome across the sea in ships and by land in caravans. Silk Route. Techniques of making silk was invented in China 7,000 years ago. Travelers from China went to distant lands on foot, horseback, camels carried silk with them. The path they followed came to be known as the Silk Route. Kings tried to control large portions of the route and to benefit from the taxes, tributes, and gifts brought by the traders traveling along the route. Exploring sea routes. Some traders followed the coast. Some sailed across the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. Sailors took advantage of the monsoon winds to sail more quickly. The Silk Route story. Silk. Rich, glossy, and smooth texture of silk makes it a high valued fabric. Process of making silk. Raw silk has to be extracted from the cocoons of silkworms, spun into thread, and woven into cloth. New kingdoms along the coast. Chiefs and kings who controlled coast and river valleys became rich and powerful. Cholas, Cheras, and Pandyas became powerful. They had two centers of power, Puhar or Kaveripattinam, port of the Cholas, and Madurai, capital of the Pandyas. Satavahanas, a powerful dynasty in the western India. Most important ruler was Gautamiputra Sri Satakarni. Satavahanas rulers were known as the lords of the Dashinipatha, literally the route leading to the south. The Kushanas. They rule over Central Asia and northwest India. Best known rulers to control the Silk Route. Two major centers of power of them were Peshawar and Mathura, earlier rulers of the subcontinent to issue gold coins. Buddhism is a faith that was founded by Siddhartha Gautama more than 2500 years ago in India. It is a non theistic religion. Originated in India in 6th and 5th centuries, Kanishka, the most famous ruler of Kushana, organized Buddhist council where scholars met and discussed matters. Buddhism is an Eastern religion roughly 2500 years old that is practiced all over the world. The main principles of Buddhism also encourage enlightenment and mindfulness, which can transform the practitioner. Buddhism teaches simplicity. The spread of Buddhism. Kushana ruler Kanishka organized Buddhist councils where scholars met and discussed important matters. Ashwaghosha, a poet in Kanishka's court, wrote Buddha Charita in Sanskrit. The quest of the pilgrims. Pilgrims also accompany traders on long journeys through caravans and ships. Famous Chinese Buddhist pilgrim Faxian and Juanzhang. Juanzhang carried back statues of Buddha made of gold, silver, and sandalwood and over 600 manuscripts. The beginning of bhakti. Bhakti is a person's devotion to his or her chosen deity. Anyone, rich or poor, high or low caste, man or woman, could follow the path of bhakti. Such devotion encouraged worship of certain deities like Shiva, Vishnu, and Durga, who became central features of later Hinduism. Individual worship of deities were encouraged instead of elaborate sacrifices or yagnas. The idea of bhakti is also included in the Bhagavad Gita. Trade carried northern black polish ware to sell. What goods did the Chinese trade? Besides silk, the Chinese also exported tea, salt, sugar, porcelain, and spices. Most of what was traded was expensive luxury goods. This was because it was a long trip and merchants didn't have a lot of room for goods. They imported or bought goods like cotton, ivory, wool, gold, and silver. Besides this, there was a cultural exchange also. Silk Road spread and intermixed ideas, religions, and cultures also spread. Camels carried goods overland to the Nile in Egypt. Archaeologists have found evidences suggesting that there was a flourishing sea trade between India and Egypt during the Roman era. Ships traveled west with the monsoon winds, as you can see in the map. These were the ancient trade routes. Hope, children, you have understood the chapter. If you have any problem, we will discuss it in the online class. Thank you and have a nice day.